any business, financial information is critical. And I look at, when I started my first business, I'll be honest with you, I felt a bit awkward sending out an invoice to people asking for money. And this is probably my Swedish background too. We don't like that stuff, right? That's not a Swedish thing to do. But when you realize that money is great because it allows you to build your business, it allows you to make a lot more difference to people, the whole thing changes. So I think for us, developing a whole new program, it has to be financially viable. So having this model where IKEA does a really good thing. What they do, they put the price first. They say with their designers, if you're going to build that chair, it has to cost only $50 to make. So by doing that, people are forced to think about what are the best processes, what's the best design, engineering to build that end product. Because if you let engineers go on and designing something, we make things very complicated. Designers make things look beautiful and creative and all that stuff, and it might not be feasible from an economical point of view to make those things. So I think putting the end product first, what it's going to cost, look at the profitability, it's key. Because if you can't create that, you're creating yourself a hobby. If you want to build a really good business that's sustainable, that's growing, the financial data has to be part of every decision you make.
Without a degree of financial information, you don't actually have a business. You have a set of activities that are a nice hobby. And so I'm really clear when I start any new business that finances need to be in the equation from the get-go. I live and breathe ideas. I probably have far too many of them for a single lifetime. Most of those ideas are actually never going to fly. I could be a person with 200 hobbies. But because I think about how is this idea actually going to turn into a viable business, it has to fly from the get-go. So I need to know in every part of my idea, once it formulates into a business, a solid business idea, what are the price points? What is the financial data that I need to build underneath these supposedly brilliant ideas that will actually make it, turn it into something that can be a business rather than a hobby? Finances to me are stories. The financial details are stories in businesses. And if I can't tell a compelling story about the finances in relation to ideas that I have, then the story doesn't stack up. And I then need to make a decision about whether I keep this nice little hobby or I change the idea and pivot into something that actually has a stronger, more compelling financial story.